Hello, hello everybody. Today my topic is real practice starts in relationships. So before I start, again I want you to be silent for 1 minute. Okay, that's about 1 or 2 minutes. So it's okay, you do have thoughts arising. Just notice them and bring your attention back to the silence or back to the pure observation, pure awareness. You can try again. 1 minute. Okay, that's 1 or 2 minutes. So let's start. Real practice starts in relationships. So for most of us, relationship means the family as a core relationship center, your parents, your partner, husband and wife, your kids, if you do have kids. So that's the core relationships of brothers and sisters, families. So when I do signals of all the relationships like parents, brothers, sisters, have a quick image or review of that person. So accept this core center of relationships. We have second layer, say your best friends, your best colleague, or relatives, or maybe your teacher. I forgot maybe one relationship that in the course of the relationships is maybe your pet. Some animals does play a major role in somebody's life. Okay, second, the core layer of a relationship is your family, then your colleagues, friends, relatives, best friends, and the third layer maybe to the nature. Nature permits all the layers. Let's say nature, your community, your company, even your hobby, your interests, your city. Expands this relationship to country, society, some people you don't know, but you have good impression, plants, animals, flowers, lakes, oceans, stars, moon, raindrops, and the list goes on and on. Okay, so it's a relationship between you and external, right? So let's go have a second layer of relationships in terms of your body. So feel your hands, connects to your breath. Take a deep breath. your body sensations, energy flow, warm, cold, even some pain. Just take a quick look. Heartbeats, second layer of relationship, your body. Again, closer, your mind. Do you know how many thoughts you have per day? For average person, we have 50,000. 50,000 happens here. If you're a smart person, maybe 70,000. If you're a CEO or general manager of a corporation, 100,000, maybe more. Nothing wrong with that numbers. But here I want you to look at your thoughts, have that relationship established. If there's thought arise in your mind, you can raise up your hand or just smile. Basically, I go through all the relationships, outward, body, and inward. So that's the relationship I want to address. So it's everything is not you, and everything is you. I mean, you as pure awareness, that's you, and every other thing that is not your pure awareness. Every contents or objects in the awareness. That's the relationship I'm referring to. Real practice starts in this understanding. In this perspective, everything you observed can be your teacher, because your or can be your object of studying. It's a self-knowing, self-study, self-observation process. Okay, maybe you think it's too abstract for you. Let's go back to the core of all kinds of relationships. Let's say your family. In terms of parents, have a quick review or image of them, mom, dad, brothers and sisters, your child, the children. The true practice starts from these core relationships too, because the contents are this relationship, your parents, your partner, brothers, sisters, and child. You spend a lot of time and energy with them, hang over with them, even it's a different period of time. When we were young, we have more relationship with parents. When you grow up, maybe with your boyfriend, girlfriend, partners. Then after married, have kids, you have more relationship with your child. These these people or those people are where your practice really starts, meaning every good stuff, bad stuff, emotions, habits of drinking is mostly expressed in these relationships, no matter it's pleasant or unpleasant. Make sense? There's a lot of people have very good relationship with colleagues, friends, but they have not so good relationship at the core level with their parents, partners, child, and so on. Because at this layer, the core layer, is a place where your judgments over them and their judgments over you is very heavy, and it's developed from very early time because you hang over with them, you stay with them for a long time. For example, you may become very angry to your partner, or maybe your partner may become very angry at you very often. Can you can you notice? Can you feel that emotions rise up when there's a disagreements between you and your partner, between you and your parents, between you and your child? Once you realize there's emotions, there's discomforts in your body, in your mind, is the best time to tackle with your habitual thinking, your habitual reaction, your habitual, you know, prejudgments and so on. I found in my relationships, this is the core, this is a real practice. I have a beautiful wife, perfect wife, 3 kids. I, my practice, my choose practice starts with them. They are my best teacher. They teach me I do have emotions, I do have reactions, I do have prejudgments. Habitual thinking of who they are, good, bad, should do, should not do. All kinds of personal stuff or egoic stuff shows up very easily in that core relationship. But if you're not calm enough, you better start from some good feeling persons. Say you have very lovely mom or dad, you can start observe that emotions, that happy feelings rise from your body mind, that tendency you want to be with them, you can observe starts from that kind of good feelings. Once you can realize, oh, I always want to be with somebody because that body's that person is very attractive in terms of she's lovely or he's very gentle, helps you a lot, and so on. When that idea or feeling rise up, you can observe too. So you start from a good relationship, that good feeling first, then you shift to some neutral relationships. Could be a flower, a tree, a plant, a stranger, a hobby. That kind of is not, you don't, uh, how to say, attend to be with. Say, now the computer, very neutral thing, right? The cell phone, the table, your breath actually is very neutral. Find one object you can anchor your attention on and study that. Study them. Have that realize that there's a space between you, the observer, awareness, and say computer. or cell phone in front of you. I'm here. It is there. No problem, right? Because it's neutral. Now, basically, I'm guiding you to build up that space between you and the computer. Actually, there's a relationship right now between you and the computer, which is very neutral. You may don't pay attention to enough. Or a sound passing by. Actually, this relationship is dynamic, constant changing. We have three layers of observation. Every object in terms of relationship, between you and the observer and observed. The observed is constantly changing from time to time, from space to space. How about now? It's between you and me, between me and you, your computer and you, the sounds and you, body sensations and you. It all depends where your attention is located. All the relationships are there already. But where is your attention now? Okay, this is a mutual relationship between you and computer and every surroundings. When you're in a neutral surroundings, trees, plants, table, and so on, body sensation, your breath, are all neutral relationship. Now, if you stabilize this pure observing between observer, you, the pure awareness, and the observed, then you can shift your attention to people you don't like before. You can you can visualize a person or something you don't like very gently. Be careful. Just notice there's a relationship between you, the observer, and it. Could be a memory, a person, an event, an accident, and so on. If you that kind of shift of tension to the unpleasant thing or stuff make you unpleasant again, you can back to the neutral thing. If you are okay and stabilize that gap, the space, there's a gap, you're safe. You're not in it. You are away a little bit space now from it, from them, from the memory. I'm doing the same thing as you. You will notice you are you, they are they. There's a space, and you are safe. So the best practice is to face the difficulties instead of avoid them, the best of best. But if you're not calm enough, if you're not stabilized enough, try to avoid for a period of time. Stabilize your calm, peace in the neutral thing, in the pleasant surroundings. Basically, meditation helps you to establish that calm and peace, joy first, that you are strong enough, you're not fragile, frail in a warm house, you're giant tree in a forest. No storm, no wind can knock you down. Meditation is try to establish that sense of stability. Then, when you face the difficulties in your real life, you are okay. So, in this term, in this perspective, every suffering is a teacher if you're aware enough. For most work people, they try to avoid. Yes, it's temporarily resolve the problem, but not permanently. There's always memory there, there's always trauma there. So one day, if you can face difficulties and trauma and memory, nasty person without any problem, without any resistance, your practice of meditation reach a different level. Because the sense of I amness is established and stabilized. I know it's not easy. It's not easy for me even. But real practice happens in your core relationship. The person you don't like the most. And you have to be with him or her for a little while. Okay, I want to end this session in silence again. Recognize the sense of I amness and resting there.